Alright, what's up you guys? So I am going out tonight. And by going out, I mean dinner. I can't remember the last time I was at a club popping bottles. Also, probably not what I should be doing with my current mental state. So yeah, I didn't really know what to film. And I was like, you know what? I might as well film myself getting ready. Have a little kiki, a little chat. I also haven't done like a story time in years, I feel like. Now by the title of this video, you're probably like, what the hell is going on? And I'm going to get to that. Basically, I have a story that I've never told online. I hinted at it recently in a video and I saw someone comment like, wait, back up. We're not just gonna slide past like you didn't say that. And I was like, you know what, let me do a story time about one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. Also, all the makeup products I use, I will put them here on the screen so you guys can follow along. Alright guys, so before we move on to the story time, a huge shout out to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. For those of you who don't know what Scentbird is, I've talked about it before, but it is a fragrance subscription service where you can choose a new designer fragrance every month for just $17. And it's flexible so you can skip any month without penalties. And with every fragrance, you get a 30-day supply so you can try out a new scent without committing to a full bottle. I have never purchased a perfume without trying it out for like a month with like a little tester version first. They also have over 600 brands to choose from. Also, I'm not kidding when I say you actually get a 30-day supply. Look how much perfume that is. Also, look how cool these cases are. It has an unlock and lock feature on top. Super easy, super cute. Let me show you what I got. So this is Good Habit Rise. This has top notes like raspberry, crisp pear, musk, peony. This is Marfa by Memo. It has top notes like orange blossom, white musk. They also sent me this Christian Siriano Au Naturel perfume. It has top notes like peach nectar, coconut blossom, skin musk. Now last but not least, I have to just rave about this perfume really quick. As you can see, I've used quite a lot of it. I had never heard of this perfume. This is the Michel Germain in Sexual Noir. This has notes like amber, vanilla, jasmine. I kid you not, I sprayed this on my bed. I am that obsessed with it. This is coming with me. I leave tomorrow on a trip and I'm bringing this little travel size with me, but I purchased the full size because I'm obsessed with it. And you guys know I always got you with the discount, so click the link below and use my code NEZZA55 for 55% off your first fragrance. That's like $8 for your first month. But yeah, thank you again to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Let's get on to the story time. Alright, so my story time for today's video is about the time that I confessed my love to Zac Efron. And I may or may not have yelled it and screamed it almost. It's all kind of, it's not a blur, but I've tried to like, I think I've like forgotten about it over the years because it's just so cringe. This happened years ago. Let me look up the exact date and I will know because it was the year that Hairspray came out. 2007? Okay, so this happened 16 years ago. I was a Zac Efron fanatic. I mean, as crazy as it gets, I feel like. I had posters, you know, but who didn't love him in like the High School Musical, you know? Anyways, and when Hairspray came out, I think that was like peak maybe of like my obsession. If you've seen the movie, you understand. The man is beautiful. Obviously, being, you know, a music artist myself, I find talented, creative people very attractive. So at this point, I'm just like a boy crazy little girl, right? And my dance studio back home, we planned a trip to LA to come take classes and just kind of like live the dance life. I mean, I was so young, but like just get to do like LA dancer things. So your girl is out here in LA. I think that was like my first time in LA like without my parents. It was just like the girls, the studio director, and like some chaperones. I don't really remember who, but my parents were not on this trip. Which I probably would not have done what I did had my dad or mother been in the room with me when that happened. Anyways, and just when we thought it couldn't get any better, right? My studio director and studio owner, she surprises us with tickets to go see So You Think You Can Dance. As you know, if anyone's a dancer, you know that like So You Think You Can Dance is like, that's like the Olympics for us. Like that is just like, you know, like we see that as like, I don't know about so much anymore, I can't really say that I watched the more recent seasons, but back then it was like all my family did together. And yeah, so obviously we're freaking out. This was like one of my first impressions of this industry in LA, because they gave us a dress code of how to dress to the episode. I don't remember what it was, but I do remember it being kind of weird, and we were like, what does that mean? It wasn't like business casual. It was like, oh my goodness, I wish I knew what it was. The more I talk about this, the more it's like popping up in my head super vividly and clearly. Like, I remember where I was standing outside. Also, really quick side note, my under eyes have been awful. Like, concealer isn't like doing me justice. If anyone has any products or different types of concealer that they recommend, like, my under eye bags have been awful, and I feel like I'm just like caking on way too much concealer to try and fix it, and it doesn't look how I want it. Anyways, so we finally get inside, right? Now, when you go to these things, they don't tell you exactly what you're doing. Like, you know you're going to the taping, but you don't really know like what is happening. So we're obviously already freaking out that we get to watch an episode of So You Can Dance. Till this day, actually have no idea how she scored so many tickets, because there were so many of us. We're a big group of girls, we're all dressed up, super cute. So what do? They literally place us right in front, like touching the stage on one side, so that we can, like, you know, be on camera. Also, another thing that I just like, another like first impression of like this world, I was like, okay, there's a dress code, you know, they're like placing us in spots. Like, it's not just like you walk in, you stand there and you wait for the show like you're at a concert. Like, no, like they move people around of like who they want to like be seen in the background or like on the sides. Again, we're already like here, right? The fact that we get to be in here, and then they move us to like front of stage, and we were just like, what else could happen, right? Okay, someone finally comes out and starts talking to us, and is just giving us more of like a safety talk about like, you know, don't jump on the stage basically, and keep your cool. Then they relate to us that we just so happen to be on the Hairspray episode. We didn't know what that meant. I just thought, oh, they're probably performing like Hairspray numbers, or it's like Hairspray themed. I don't know. Not that the cast was gonna be just sitting there feet away from us judging this episode, right? And then I see Zac walk onto the stage, and they all do, and they sit behind, you know, their little table where they're gonna be sitting maybe 20 feet away. I don't know. It was pretty close. I lose my mind internally. I think my heart stopped legit. I think I blacked out and came back to life. Could not believe. I was speechless. I could not speak. The girls were like, hello? And I just was like, I don't think I've ever had that experience seeing a celebrity. But also, I was really young, and I had no idea that I was going to be out here or doing this or in this life. So safe to say, I'm just having an out-of-body experience at this point in the show. Anyways, as I'm freaking out, they're giving us the rundown of the show, what we're watching, you know, to clap, and that they'll let us know when to clap, and that there'll be like commercial breaks in between where we'll stop filming and then restart. I don't remember whose idea. I don't think it was mine, but all the girls knew that I was absolutely head over heels in love with Zac Efron, and they basically plotted this whole thing, and they were like, Vanessa, next commercial break, because everything kind of stops. There's like pause, like, you know, they stop filming, it's kind of a little break before you get back into it, and they're like, next commercial break, we're all gonna duck, and you're just gonna be standing there by yourself, and you have to like scream that you love him. Next commercial break rolls around, right? And I'm just like, in my head, just like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna do it? Oh my god, am I gonna do it? Like, literally losing my shit. There's like a big group of us, so if I'm standing in the middle of all these girls and they just duck, it's just gonna look like little old me. We have like a timer. We can see like how much time we have left of the commercial break. I know I have the smallest window to confess my love to him, basically. I start to chicken out, and I'm like, no, I can't do this, no. And the girls are like, hype me up, like, no, you're gonna do it. We're gonna duck, whether you want it or not, we're gonna duck. And I was freaking out, and I think there must have been like 10 seconds left or something like that, because I remember very shortly after I did it, we kind of just went back into the show. But basically, the girls duck, and I just scream at the top of my lungs, "Zac, I love you!" And he turned and he was like, "Love you too," or whatever. Yeah. I really hope he doesn't see this, because I think that is just like one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done in my entire life. Or maybe I do want him to see it, because I have always wondered if he remembers that. But probably not, because I feel like he's had millions of girls do that to him in his lifetime. Zac, if you ever watch this, I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. I promise I am chill. I don't think I've ever done anything that ballsy since. But yeah, that is the story of the time that I confessed my love to Zac Efron. I feel like this video is gonna come back to haunt me one day. I feel like I'm gonna do an interview someday where they know about this video and know about the story, and then they're gonna ask me to talk about it, and then Zac's gonna pop out of a box and be like, "I remember, and I love you too." So if anyone else has an experience like that, I would love to know. Leave it down in the comments so I don't feel weird for being such a crazy little girl. I'm trying to think if I was like that with like any other celebrities. I mean, I loved Bieber, but I don't think I was like that crazy. You know what? I don't regret it. It is embarrassing, and I'm surprised I've never told this story online. Maybe because I don't want anyone to know. But now you know. I think I never wanted to tell this story online because I was like, you know, maybe I'll still meet him one day. And if I meet him and this story's online, then that's kind of weird. But I don't think that's gonna happen at this point. For lips, you know, I usually do my Kylie by Kylie, the old formula lip liner, but I'm gonna use the Lip Cheat in Iconic Nude today and kind of just do the same thing. I overline the top, and then I take the Fenty lip stain in, this one's in Popsicle, and I literally just put it right here and go like that. I don't put it on my whole lips. I just kind of leave it like that for a little bit. You know, oh gosh. I usually use one of my cotton like towels, not the pad, because now I have stuff all over my lips. Anyways, and then I just put on whatever gloss is in front of me. This is the Cherry Treat lip oil from Fenty. Anyways, you guys, that is my makeup look. I'm gonna quickly get dressed and get out of here. I don't know what I'm doing with my hair, but you guys will probably see on Instagram. But I love you. And thanks for listening to my embarrassing ass story. Also, if you haven't yet, check out my tour merch. It is officially out. I will leave the link down below. It is so comfy. Let me show you. I'm not saying this just because it's my merch, but I literally probably wear this every single day. And so does David. And it is just so comfy. This is a double XL. I just, you know, that's just how I like it. So cute, right? But yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We are almost to 400K. Where did the time go? I love you guys so much. Can't believe it. But yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe button, join the family, and I love ya. We're doing great, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.